Hey everybody, welcome back. Review a Day, episode number 191. I'm Leland, and thank you guys for joining me. Do me a favor, head over to nitpickit.com and check out the newest episode of the Nitpick It podcast. We count down our top 3 favorite film intros, which is really a lot of fun to do. We reviewed the film Armored, which I probably won't do a video review of. You can check out the podcast to hear my take on it. And we also review, I can't speak for some reason, we also review the film Brothers, which I'm reviewing for you right now, coincidentally enough. And this film, Brothers, is the new film from Jim Sheridan, the guy that directed In America, My Left Foot, very accomplished Academy Award-winning, I believe Academy Award-winning director. His new film, Brothers, is based on a Danish film, which I believe is also called Brothers. This movie stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Tobey Maguire, Natalie Portman, Sam Shepard, Clifton Collins Jr., some just terrific actors across the board. It's a bit of a Cain and Abel story. We've got Jake Gyllenhaal kind of playing our Cain character, a guy who's out of prison, a bit of a disappointment to his family. His brother Abel, played by Tobey Maguire. These are not their names, but I am making the comparison. Tobey Maguire, he's a military man. His father is quite proud of everything he's done. He's got a beautiful wife, beautiful kids. His life is awesome. He gets shipped back to Iraq or Afghanistan, and they believe him to be dead. So this kind of relationship between Jake Gyllenhaal and Natalie Portman starts forming. It's very interesting to see them deal with the grief and kind of see where it happens. If you've seen the trailer, you know kind of where this movie goes. And I will say that I was a little bit worried going into this movie. I thought it looked kind of hammy. I was afraid it was just going to be a super Oscar baity film that I wasn't going to necessarily connect with. But I have to say, I loved this movie. I think it is absolutely terrific. And I think the main event and the main reason I will tell you to go see this film is because of Jake Gyllenhaal and Tobey Maguire, who are 2 of my favorite young actors in the world. I'm so glad. It is such a joy to see these 2 guys on screen together. Jake Gyllenhaal plays kind of an alcoholic character, and he plays it with a lot of subtlety, and there's a great scene where he's drunk in a bar that is funny, and I think it plays out incredibly honestly. Tobey Maguire is terrific in this film. He goes dark, and he goes to places that I don't think we've ever seen Tobey Maguire go to. There are so many terrific scenes of Tobey Maguire after he comes back from Iraq. Minor spoiler, it is in the trailer, but I think these 2 actors show off in ways that I really haven't seen them do. And Natalie Portman is a terrific actress. I think she's given the least to do of all 3 of them, but she is terrific. I think had this role been handed to a much lesser actress, you know, maybe a Malin Ackerman, I think it completely could have folded. I think this movie so easily could have folded had it not been for the performances and the direction. The direction of this movie is really quite nice. It's incredibly restrained, very quiet, and I think a lot of these scenes could have played out like every scene in Precious did, where it's 2 characters screaming at each other, yelling and crying, and they easily could have gone for that, but I think they don't. And my favorite scene in the movie was when Jake Gyllenhaal brings back the truck he's borrowing from Natalie Portman, and he's kind of drunk, and it's the scene when she tells Jake Gyllenhaal that his brother is dead. And it so easily could have been these 2 characters crying and collapsing on the ground. I'm thinking of Halle Berry in Monsters Ball, the scene with her baby, you know, just like, ah! Like it so easily could have been that. But the way the scene plays out is Jake Gyllenhaal gets pissed and he throws a beer bottle against the wall. And I think that says so much more. That says so much more than had he just screamed everything he was feeling at that moment. Less is truly more. I think in film, less is more. Quite often, the less you say, the more honestly it speaks and the more I buy into it. But maybe that's just me, but I truly think that less is more, and you don't need to beat me over the head. This film, I think, it's a great film that I think deals a lot with military families. I think it does it in a very unapologetic, unexploitive way. This movie so easily could have been the Oscar bait piece of shit that would just rub me the wrong way, but I think it's terrific restrained directing and its restrained screenplay really keep it from being something crappy and make it something special. The performances are terrific. If I have a problem with this film, it's literally the last 60 seconds. There's a voiceover that I do not dig. The ending is a little tidy, but honestly, it's literally the last like 60 seconds, and that is not enough for me to really knocked this film. This is probably in my top 5 of the year right now. I give Brothers a 5 out of 5. 2 5 out of 5s in a row. I can't believe it. Guys, if you like this review, make sure to head over to nitpickit.com. I'll see you guys next time.